Okay, so data analysis, it usually starts messy, right? You've got this mountain of raw data.
Yeah, the cleaning, the charting, all that tedious checking. We know the drill.
It just eats up hours of your
Well,
life.
and then there's AI promising this, like, instant insight shortcut.
But it's tricky if you just kind of toss a random spreadsheet at a large language model.
Uh-huh. You usually get fast garbage back, don't you? The real power isn't just the tool.
No,
It's having the right map, the right approach. That's the actual shortcut.
absolutely. So we've gathered this deep stack of guides and tutorials for you, the listener.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission today is really to boil this down to two key frameworks. These are the things that turn that boring data into, well, useful, actionable insights.
We're basically simplifying data science here. So first up, you get Achieve.
Right. Achieve tells you when AI is actually the best tool for your specific job.
And second, there's D. That gives you the reliable step-by-step process, how to do the analysis correctly every single time.
And you don't need like a PhD in computer science to get this. Let's dive deep into the sources. So Achieve. Think of AI as this incredibly fast, very obedient research assistant.
Yeah, super smart, super fast, but it needs crystal clear instructions. Achieve lays out 5 situations where AI really transforms your data work.
Okay.
Starting with A, aiding human coordination.
Ah, yes. We humans, we can be messy collaborators, can't we?
We really can. AI helps clean up that noise. So imagine uploading, say, a dense 30-minute meeting transcript.
Okay. Instead of listening back or reading it all.
Exactly. You just ask the AI, summarize the decisions, list all the action items, and this is key assign responsibility and deadlines.
Wow. Instant structure from just conversation chaos.
Pretty much. Or a classic business headache, comparing suppliers.
Oh, yeah. You've got maybe 5 different vendor emails, food, sound, whatever, for an event.
Right. You feed them all in, ask for a simple table, name, service, price, available date.
Boom. Instant clarity. That saves, what, an hour of digging through emails and attachments.
Easily. So next is C, cutting out tedious tasks.
The repetitive stuff. The soul-crushing work.
That's where AI just shines. Data cleaning is probably the biggest win here.
Oh, definitely. We've all seen that column, right? It should just say sales.
But you get sales team, sales, maybe with a capital S, maybe someone typed the department name in Vietnamese.
Like Kindon Adept.
Yeah. AI just standardizes all of it, instantly turns it all into just sales.
That's huge. And it handles basic data checks too, right? Like upload a CSV, say 50 workshop signups.
Yep. Instantly find the number of columns. Or find the top 3 most popular topics from an interests column.
Stuff that used to mean fiddling with filters for ages.
Exactly. Okay, so AI gives speed, but we need a safety net. Which brings us to H. Help provide a safety net.
Because humans make silly errors,
Mm-hmm.
especially with detailed stuff like compliance or policy checks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to admit, I still get tangled up in confusing policy rules sometimes, or even just prompt definitions. It happens.
We all do. It's easy to miss things.
So let's take an expense report. Say I submit a $160 dinner receipt, 3 people, and it includes wine.
Okay, so you upload that receipt and the company's 50-page expense policy PDF?
Right. And the policy says maybe $50 per person max and absolutely no alcohol reimbursement.
That's a perfect test. Now, what if that policy PDF is enormous, 100 pages? Does the AI really read it all?
Or does it just skim the start and miss some crucial detail buried on page 73?
That's where its large context understanding is so powerful. It doesn't just skim, it synthesizes across the whole document. You ask it, check for violations.
Yeah.
It flags that $160 meal instantly. It says, hold on, that's over the $150 limit for 3 people and there's wine.
It's a perfect second checker, a compliance safety net.
Exactly. Okay, moving to I. Inspire better creativity.
This is about challenging our own assumptions, breaking habits.
Yeah, so upload your 10-slide pitch deck or a big presentation and ask the AI to act like a very tough, skeptical investor.
Ooh, I like that. Don't ask for praise, ask it to find the holes.
Right. Focus purely on risks, hidden costs. It breaks your confirmation bias.
So it forces you to confront those tough questions you might ignore.
Totally. What's your current burn rate and how many months of runway do you actually have?
Or, show me the one metric that proves your model works at scale.
Yeah, it finds those conceptual gaps we tend to blind ourselves to.
Okay, and the last one in Achieve.
E, enable great ideas to scale faster. This is moving beyond just simple reporting. Think mass personalization.
Okay, like those workshop signups again. With interests and experience level.
Exactly. You might have hundreds of entries. Use that data to write unique, personalized emails for every single attendee.
Whoa. So if someone's interested in writing and they're intermediate,
The email gives them a specific tip, maybe about writing benefit-driven headlines.
but if someone else picked design and beginner,
Their email recommends focusing on the 60-30-10 color rule. Completely different, tailored advice.
wow. Imagine scaling that level of personalized analysis, that outreach, to thousands of users instantly.
Right. That used to take marketing teams days, maybe weeks. That's a real shift in power.
So reflecting on Achieve,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think is the core lesson about using AI effectively here?
Well, I think it shows AI is really an amplifier. Your clarity of instruction is way more vital than, like, raw technical skill.
Okay, so Achieve tells us when AI is most valuable. Now, how do we actually use it correctly, without getting bad data or wrong answers?
That's where the DIG framework comes in. Describe, introspect, goal set.
ED.
It's basically exploratory data analysis EDA, but really optimized for talking to an AI.
EDI. Just that first crucial step of checking your data for flaws and features before you ask the big question.
Exactly. And step 1, the D, describe your data, is the absolute most important. You cannot skip this.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Right. Don't ask for the fancy charts immediately. First, just make sure you and the AI are on the same page. Upload your file, say customer feedback q1.xlsx, and straight away ask for 3 things. List all the column names, tell me their data types, text, number, date, and show me the first 3 rows of data.
Why those 3 things specifically?
It forces both of you and the AI, to see potential problems right at the start. You need to look for NaN.
Which means not a number, basically blank or missing data.
Right, because missing data causes huge mistakes later on. Then you verify understanding.
Wow.
Ask the AI to explain what each column means, but in simple language. Like, okay, explain rating 1 to 5.
And you wanted to say something like,
That's the customer satisfaction score. 5 means very happy. If it gets that wrong or misunderstands a term, correct it right there immediately.
wait a sec, though. If the AI is so smart, why do I have to do this describe step? Feels like I'm hand-holding it. Can't I just trust it to figure out the columns?
Think of it like this. The AI is brilliant, but maybe a bit naive, like a genius kid. It can interpret symbols, but it doesn't feel the real-world context behind your specific data. Checking for missing data, making sure the definitions are spot on up front, that prevents tiny errors from snowballing into massive problems when you run complex analysis later. It saves you pain down the road.
Got it. So describe first, then what's the I in DIG?
Step 2, introspect the data. Now that you both understand the basic structure, you start thinking about patterns, relationships, potential red flags.
How do you do that with the AI?
Ask it to suggest, say, 5 interesting questions the data could answer based on the columns it sees.
Okay. It might suggest.
Is there a connection between the support agent column and the rating 1 to 5? That's a good question the data probably can answer.
This is also where you catch its mistakes, right?
Crucial correction loop, yeah. If the AI suggests, what are the sales figures in each country? But you know all your customers are in Vietnam.
You have to jump in and say, hold on, this data is only for Vietnam.
Exactly. Correct that assumption immediately. This back and forth, this introspection, it prevents you running a whole analysis based on a totally false premise. It might feel a bit slow initially.
But it guarantees accuracy later.
Precisely. Okay, final step. Set clear goals. This is really about prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. Just giving the AI clear instructions on the output you want.
Yeah, clear constraints. The AI needs context. How should the final result look? What's its purpose?
So be specific, like, my goal is to find out why customer satisfaction dropped last quarter.
And add detail. Focus only on negative comments ratings 1 and 2. I need 3 summary bullet points and 1 pie chart, formatted for a professional PowerPoint presentation.
Ah, okay. Because that's totally different from asking for.
Fun facts for Twitter about customer feedback. That implies a completely different tone, analysis depth, and output format. The goal dictates everything.
So let's say someone's impatient. Why shouldn't they trust the slow, described step when they just want speed?
Because skipping that early data description, it almost guarantees expensive, painful mistakes later on. It's just not worth the risk. Mid-roll sponsor read placeholder.
All right, now let's go beyond just cleaning up spreadsheet tables. AI unlocks analysis that honestly used to need dedicated data engineers, especially with something called smart filtering.
Smart filtering.
Yeah.
You mean filtering based on concepts, not just exact words in a column.
Exactly. That's a huge shift. Think about job hunting. You're looking through a massive list.
Okay.
You want a salary between, say, $50K and $80, easy enough. And you want it located on the U.S. East Coast, and you want jobs involving keywords like woodworking or maybe carpentry.
Okay, but wait. My spreadsheet might only list cities Boston, New York, Miami. It probably doesn't have an East Coast column.
Right. Traditional software just fails there. Can't make the connection.
Then it might not have a skills column with woodworking either.
Exactly. But the AI knows that Boston is on the East Coast from its general knowledge. It can also read the job description text. So even if the title is like residential project manager, if the description mentions carpentry.
The AI can conceptually match it to your carpentry keyword. It applies its massive knowledge graph to your specific data points. It's not magic, it's inference.
That makes sense. Okay, that's powerful filtering. What else?
Making your work reproducible. This is crucial for any professional team, really anyone doing serious analysis.
Meaning you don't just save the final chart or number.
No, you have to save the method. How did you get there? Ask the AI to create a kind of recipe book.
A recipe book, like a log file.
Sort of, but more structured. A tracking document, it lists the original file name you used, all the steps you took, like standardize the department column, and any limitations you found, like 20% of customer comments were blank.
Okay, so that's the roadmap if someone else needs to rerun it or if I need to remember what I did 3 months later.
Exactly. Stops you reinventing the wheel or getting lost trying to trace back through 50 chat messages.
And for that analysis, like the pie chart of complaints we talked about,
Here's the really cool part. You can ask the AI, generate a full commented Python script, maybe call it complaintspy.py, that does exactly what we just did.
whoa. So it writes the code for the entire cleaning and analysis process.
Yep. And now that sequence of steps, it's a reusable tool, which leads to this idea of turning conversations into programs.
Okay, that sounds potentially complicated. Like,
Yeah.
is that Python script actually readable? Can someone like me, who isn't really a coder, understand and trust it?
Yes, generally. Because you tell the AI to make it commented. It doesn't just generate code. It adds explanations in plain English for what each chunk of code is doing.
So it makes the analysis transparent even if it's code.
Right. Think about a complex sequence. Maybe grabbing 10 frames from a movie file, resizing them, converting them to grayscale, asking the AI to generate descriptions for each, and then saving all that info into a CSV file.
That sounds like a lot of manual steps or needing special software.
It was. But now you can walk the AI through that process conversationally, then ask it to bundle that entire sequence.
Into a single Python program you can just download and run next time.
Exactly. Download it, share it, run it on your local machine whenever you need it.
So thinking about that reproducible code generation, what's the biggest barrier AI really removes there?
I'd say the biggest barrier removed is needing that deep manual coding expertise just to automate and share a specific analysis workflow. Any sequence can potentially become a reusable tool now.
Now, we've talked a lot about AI generally, but we should probably touch on specific tools. They aren't all the same, are they?
No, definitely not. Different models have different strengths. ChatGPT, especially with its advanced data analysis feature, is kind of the reliable, flexible, all-around choice for many common data tasks. Good place to start.
Okay. What about others? Claude gets mentioned a lot.
Yeah, Claude often gets highlighted for a few things, generating really clean code, creating interactive dashboards maybe, and especially its huge context window.
Context window.
Right.
Meaning how much information it can handle at once.
Exactly. That large context window is a big deal when you're working with truly massive or numerous documents. Imagine uploading like a whole company's archive of legal contracts.
Or maybe 200 different annual reports to compare them all at once.
Right. For that kind of huge-scale file analysis and synthesis, Claude's ability to handle more information simultaneously is a major advantage right now.
Interesting. And you also mentioned Perplexity.
Perplexity shines for research and finding real-time information. It's great at citing sources, and it has focus modes. If you switch it to finance mode, for instance, you can get current market analysis layered right onto your data questions.
So choose the tool based on the specific job.
Pretty much. And remember, data analysis doesn't have to stop at just creating a report or a chart.
Right? You can use these tools as building blocks for actual applications.
Totally. Think practical stuff. You could build a basic traffic analysis app that monitors real-time data feeds and pings you with alerts about incidents on your commute.
Okay. Or what about video?
You could build a video privacy tool, something that automatically scans through, say, thousands of hours of security footage and blurs out faces or license plates.
Wow. Or maybe for finance, like an investment research assistant.
Yeah. Imagine a simple Q&A interface like a chatbot that sits on top of a massive private database of financial reports. You just ask it questions in plain English.
Wait, going back to the tools for a second. If you were tackling really huge, complex documents, like that library of legal agreements example, which tool stands out?
Based on current capabilities, Claude's large context window generally makes it superior for that kind of large-scale, multi-file document analysis.
Okay, let's try and bring this whole deep dive together then.
Yeah.
We started with Achieve. That framework helps you define when AI really adds the most value.
Right. Aiding coordination, cutting tedium, help with safety nets, inspiring creativity, and enabling ideas to scale. Achieve.
And then we got Dig. That's the framework to make sure your actual analysis process is sound every single time.
Describe the data meticulously first. Introspect for patterns, relationships, and flaws. And set clear goals for your output. DIG.
You know, this technology is not really here to replace your strategic thinking, is it?
No, not at all. It's here to make you faster, more accurate, to let you achieve data manipulation and analysis that, frankly, was impossible for most people before without years of dedicated coding training.
The power of complex data insight. It's actually becoming available to you, the listener.
Yeah. So here's a call to action. Take a spreadsheet you work with regularly, something you know well, upload it to one of these tools.
And then just walk through the DIG framework step by step.
Exactly. Describe, introspect, goal set. Just see what comes up. See what insights surface that you might have missed before.
Practice and repetition, that seems key.
Definitely.
So let's leave everyone with a final thought, a provocative one. Now that this power is more accessible, what non-traditional data might you analyze first? Maybe that folder full of messy voice notes you've been meaning to transcribe. Or an archive of old marketing videos. What hidden patterns could you unlock now?
Lots to think about. Until the next deep dive.